Requiring players to complete a game in one life would significantly raise the stakes, making each decision feel more critical. The fear of losing progress could create a deeper emotional investment in the game, making players more engaged but also potentially more anxious. Redefined game design and difficulty. Game developers would need to rethink level design and difficulty. With a single life rule, the game would have to offer a balanced challenge without overwhelming players. It would also require more thoughtful pacing, as players might feel frustrated if a game is too difficult or unforgiving. Strategic gameplay over speed. Instead of rushing through levels or grinding, players would focus on making strategic decisions. Every move would be calculated to minimize risk, resulting in a slower, more deliberate pace of play. This could enhance the depth of gameplay but also lead to increased tension and slower progress. Potential for increased frustration. For many players, the constant risk of failure would result in higher levels of frustration. Losing a long play session due to a single mistake could discourage casual players, making it difficult for less experienced individuals to enjoy the game. This could also reduce the overall appeal of games to broader audiences. More emphasis on replayability. With the single life rule, replayability would become more important. Players would likely replay sections multiple times to perfect their approach, adding layers of depth to the gameplay. This could lead to stronger communities focused on mastering strategies, making each game session feel like a new challenge. Impact on game genres and types. Genres like roguelikes, which already feature permadeath mechanics, would thrive in this environment, while others might struggle. Open-world games, RPGs, and sandbox games could find it challenging to maintain player interest with the one-life rule, as the risk of losing progress could deter players from exploring freely. Increased focus on storytelling. The single life rule would force developers to reconsider how they tell stories. With limited time and opportunities to progress, every narrative moment would need to be impactful. Players would become more invested in the plot, as their emotional attachment to the story could influence their actions and decisions. Stronger sense of achievement. Completing a game under such high-stakes conditions would create an intense sense of accomplishment. The feeling of overcoming challenges with one life would feel far more rewarding than traditional gameplay, offering players a sense of pride and mastery over their experience. Shift in game monetization strategies. Monetizing games would shift as well, with microtransactions likely moving toward items or services that help players mitigate risk, like revive options or checkpoints. This could spark debates over fairness, with some players feeling that the challenge should remain intact while others may see these options as necessary to reduce frustration. Social impact and competitive play. Multiplayer games would take on a different dynamic, as losing a character could mean losing everything in a competitive context. This could create more intense rivalries and higher stakes for professional esports or casual online games, pushing players to elevate their skills or face the risk of failure.